Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be learning how to make this beautiful gown with just 2 yards of Ankara fabric. This beautiful bubu shift dress. If this is something you'll be interested in watching, please sit back and let's get started. We are going to be making this dress with a freehand method in a very simple and a very easy way. So guys, endeavor to watch this video to the end because there's something I would like to share with us towards the end of the video. So as you can see, I've marked out my border line, and the next thing I'm doing over there is to mark my neck width. I used 5 inches for my neck width. You just keep watching the video. I'm still going to reduce it to 3 inches, but because of the type of neck this dress has, I'm using 5 inches for the width, and I came down by 9 inches. So where I'm putting my tape rule right now, I came in by 2 inches. So I'm going to draw a straight line over there, then I'm going to connect my V line to the other point up there, as you can see in the video. The next thing I'm going to be doing is to come down by my shoulder slants. That's 1.5 inches because this is cut together bubu dress. I'm using 1.5 inch for my shoulder slants. Then after that, I'm going to mark my armhole length. I'll be using 9 inches, 9 to 8 inches. You know, this is a free dress, so I want it to be a little bit free on me. So that's why I added to my armhole. So at that point, I'm going to mark out my bust measurement. My bust circumference divided by 4. I'm going to mark it over there, and I'm going to add extra 3.5 or 4 inch for ease. You know, it's kind of a shift dress. It's a free dress. It's not a tight dress. Then I'm going to form the armhole curve, as you can see in the video. The next thing I'll be doing is to mark out my half length, which is 17 inches or 17.5, depending on your size. My waist divided by 4, I chalked it there. Then I added 3.5 inches. The allowance I had at the bust, I added it to the waist. Then I connected them together, as you can see. The next thing I'm going to be doing after that is to mark my hip measurement. From that my waist, I went down with 10 by 10 inches to my hip measurement. Then I marked my hip circumference divided by 4 plus 4 inch sewing allowance, and I'm going to connect those dots together. So at the M line, I just marked what I had on my hip line on the M line. You know, it's not even going to be a pencil dress. It's just a straight dress, a free dress. I'm going to shift my camera so that you can understand what I'm talking about, so that you can see the pattern that what I just drafted. So here is it. I just went down straight from my hip. So that's what I have. So I'm going to cut out the front. So guys, this is just a quick tip how I folded my fabric. Some of us might be asking that how will you know the amount of fabric you are going to fold? It's just your hip divided by 4, the biggest part of your body. It might be your hip or your bust. Divide it by 4 and add like extra 4 inch allowance. That's how you are going to know the amount of fabric that you are going to fold. Now over to the back. I folded my fabric for the back. I used 3 inches for the neck width of the back. Remember, I used 5 inches for the neck width of the front. We are going to work on that. But I used 3 inches for the neck width of the back, and the neck depth, I used 1.5. Then I placed my front on the back and did every other thing the same, like the shoulder slope, the armhole, the waist, hip, and bust. They are all the same. It's just the neck that will be different for the back. I hope you are getting what I'm saying. It's just so easy. Just follow the video, you will get it. So I'm trimming out the neck and every other place for the back, the shoulder slope and all of that. So for that drawstring that we have at the waistline, I'm going to bring out my front and I'm going to measure from shoulder to waist, maybe 17 inches or 18 inches as the case be. I'm going to measure it, I'm going to chalk it, I'm going to a straight line on it as you can see in the video. Then I'm going to get the middle point. That's where the rope is going to pass through. After that, I'm going to get my Ankara fabric. I'm going to cut like 2 inches that will be wide. So I'm going to fold it and make a rope out of it. Then I'm still going to cut another one I'm going to use for the channel that the rope is going to pass through. You just keep watching the video, you see what I'm trying to. That's the midpoint. I folded the fabric into 2 equal half to get the midpoint. That's the midpoint, and that's the rope I'm trying to cut. You can see that's the rope. You can also use it for a channel. Can you see? I'm going to sew, going to top stitch it on the fabric to form it for the rope to pass through. And I'm also going to sew the rope. I used a black fabric to make the end of the, so that's the outcome. I've gone ahead to fix the rope with my safety pin. So that's the outcome over there. Can you see? I'm trying to draw it. That's the outcome. It's really looking nice. So guys, at this point, if you've not subscribed to the channel, please join the community. Please support me. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel so that whenever I post new videos, you'll be the first to get notified. Thank you so much. So I'm trying to fix the neck. You know, we did 5 inches for the neck width of the front. So I cut this doll face fabric, this black fabric. I cut it 2.5 inch each. Then I cut it 10 inch for the length. So by the time this 2.5 inch, by the time I join it with that Ankara fabric, what will be left in the neck width will just be 3 inches, just as the back, just like what we need at the back. The v-neck is an overlapping v-neck, and I also went down. As you can see, you can zoom the video to see it properly, to notch places, 2 places over there. I went down to notch it so that I'm going to sew that black fabric inside to get my desired neckline. You just keep watching the video, understand what I'm talking about. Just keep watching it. So I'm going to go over sewing machine now. I'm going to sew the fabric to the Ankara first, then I'll bring it back to show you. So that is it. I've gone ahead to join it to the, you just zoom the video and watch closely what I'm doing. I'm going to overlap them like this. As I'm overlapping them, turn it over to the wrong side, overlap them still, and then that place that I notch, I'm going to pick the fabric and sew it with the Ankara adapt with just 1/2 inch. So just zoom the video and go ahead with what, follow up with what I'm doing. So that is it. We are done with the most important part of this dress. The next thing is to get my black fan taped. That's the black fabric. I can use like I'm using like 3 inches width. Then I'm using it around the down of the gown. I'm also going to get that fabric about 2 inches to tape this area. As you can see in the top made that there is fabric there, you can use it to tape the split area. So I'll head now and tape the down with this fabric. So as you can see, that's what I've gone ahead to do. I've gone ahead to tape the down both front and back with like 3 inches of that material. You can use Duchess, you can use doll face, you can use any one you like, you can use. I'm going to do the facing up now. I'm going to just use only facing for the, that's what I'm trying to cut over there. So just keep watching you. I'm notching it right now. After sewing it with I'm notching it, then I will go ahead and press as well. After that, I'm going to go ahead and join 2 shoulders together, the front and the back. I'm going to place right side facing right side, then I'm going to join the shoulders together. But before then, back we did not put any drawstring or any rope at the back, so putting elastic at the back just as I did the front, to measure from my shoulder to my 17.5 inch. I'm going to measure it and rule a straight line across it. So I'm going to get elastic, that 1/2 inch elastic band that I'm going to be putting for the back, so that it's going to all hit together. So someone might want to ask, I know the length of the elastic that I'm going to put in the waist. Your waist measurement, divide your waist, that will be the elastic. For example, if your weight is 40 inches divided by 4, that's 10. The elastic will be 10 inches. Forget about the fact that all the whole back, no, it has to be like that. When you draw it, it will not give you that 20 inches. Make it 10 or 12 inches. Understand? Not the width of that waist on the fabric. You have to reduce it so that they can draw. So the next thing I'll be doing right now is to work on my back neckline to attach the facing to the main fabric. That's what I'm doing right there over the video. I'm going to be using gum to gum the facing. That's what I'm going to be finishing of the facing, but I'll join the shoulders first. So I just show you how I'm going to do it in case you want to make this outfit for a red. You know the finishing has to be very old. So you are going to use hemming gum to gum the remaining facing to the fabric. So I'm done. The next thing I want to do right now is just to join my two shoulders together, right side, and I'm going to sew it from the sleeve with 1/2 inch sewing. Now back to our, we've already joined, so I cut that black 3 inches wide. Then I use the length of that for heat, the length, as you can see video that I'm trying to confirm the length. Then if you fold 3 inches into 2, it will give 5 inches. Can you see the length? So that's it. And I just went to sew it with half inch sewing allowance to it. That's all. I also sew the other side. After doing it, I had to use 1 inch to join the side, sleeve to the down to the hem line, 1 inch to join it. And I also used 1 tape the down of the gown. So that's basically all. That's basically the style. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.